Welcome back to Ben's Garage. Now, if you keep up to date with community posts and all that sort of thing, I did put out a little teaser that the car had been in for its inspection. In France, we have to do that every 2 years. Obviously, it's like the MOT. I don't think it's quite as strict as an MOT. It took him half an hour, and a lot of that he was on the phone. But it did fail. I have the failure certificate here. Now, when a car fails in France, you have 2 months to fix it. So he prints off a little ticket, that goes in your window, so you've got 2 months to take it back. There is a charge, they call it a contra visit. I think our particular station up the road, it's €10 for a contra visit. But yeah, it did fail. I'll scan this and I'll put it on the up on the thing so you can see. A defiance critique. This is a failure. New, as in a tyre. Cord visible and damage. So there's damage on the tyre. That's on the arrière droite. So the right hand side rear. Tyre is the cord is visible, so that's not good. I did have a few people saying that if it's tyres, you really should have known better. I did know the tyres were close, but it's one of those things. Take it for a test, see what it fails on, and then you know what you've got to spend. So obviously it failed on tyres. There's some advisories. A defiance measure, which is it's not actually a failure, but it's like a major advisory. So it's the pneumatic gravement endommage en tire montage inadapt. That's both the rear tyres and one of the front tyres. So when it comes to the advisories, we've got use your use your anomaly, presence and accord entrange. It's basically your there's presence of damage on your tyre. And system control of pressure, pneumatic, functional pneumatic manifestation. He was saying that the tyre pressures were all really low. Now, I'm pretty good at keeping on top of the tyre pressures. I have this car set for light load, so it's 33 in the front, 36 in the back. Yes, they were wearing on the edges, both the outside edges. But I did explain to him, and I think it might have got lost in translation. I said the back tyres were on the front, and I've swapped them over. And he said, no, it's too late for that. It's too late for that. The damage is already done. I said, yeah, I know. But a further advisory is tubes de pouce, jambes de force, triangular bras suspension, deterioration d'un silent block. Basically, it's the bushes in the control arms, and that is front and rear. So I don't know how much play is in it. So whether the control arm, there's a little bit of play, and that's enough to wear the tyres out, or if it was tyre pressures. But an advisory that nearly every single car gets is corrosion on the chassis. So I will address that during the year or next year when it's a bit nicer weather. We'll get it high up in the air. I'm going to give it a good old clean up and we'll do some underbody protection or something. That'll be a bit of a project for next year. Not doing it in this bloody weather. It is freezing cold outside. So that is it. It only failed on one tyre. He's advised on the other tyres. I did notice that there is some nicks in the sidewalls. But so when I used to be an MOT tester, you could only really fail that if it was down to the cords. I don't know what the standards are here in France, but so he's advised it on one tyre. Now, obviously, we have to have, by law, the same tyres across the axle. It would be all right if I could get these same tyres again. It doesn't matter if they're the same size and load rating and everything. They've got to be exactly the same tyre, so the same make, same model of tyre that we've got on. Now we've got, I can't remember what they're, Continental Conti Sports, I believe. that were fitted on this car in 2017. So the new range of Continental tyres are different to these ones, so I couldn't just put one tyre on it and hope for the best. So we'd have to put a pair on it, but I've got something lined up for the tyres. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to get. I will let you have a guess in the comment section below. So if you think you know what sort of tyres we're going to be fitting to this car, I might have mentioned it in previous videos, I might not. They're hopefully getting here this coming week, because the mobile tyre fitter is booked for next Friday. So I'm hoping that he doesn't mind me videoing it, and we'll video it, and then that'll be rather exciting. Yes. As I've said previously, the one thing that lets this particular car down, our car, not the Range Rover in general, is the tyres. All the electronic wizardry and everything for off-roading, with all your traction controls and your special programs, doesn't make a shit's worth of difference if you've got crap tyres. Now obviously these tyres are bloody good tyres if you're using it on the road, but as soon as you get it on wet grass, a road tyre's useless. It really is. So keep your eyes out for that video, because that'll be rather exciting. So yeah, a little bit disappointing that we've got some, the advisory is it's just to cover his arse basically. Last year he advised on the headlights. This year, no mention of the headlights. I must have done a good job. But on here it'll tell us the kilometres that we've done over the last test back to 2018. So in 2018 it was CT'd 125,244 kilometres. In 2020, when the Hobbit took it in, it was 132,018 kilometres. And then the other day when I took it in, 137,900 kilometres. So yeah, we've done approximately 5,000 kilometres in 2 years. But anyway, we get 2 months to sort that out. He did say that once if I can get them fitted really quick, phone him up, take it up there for the contra visit, and he'll just come out and do it. So hopefully we can phone him up, because I took my dad along with me, because the Hobbit doesn't like going out and meeting people in the public, because obviously with her chemo, she's immunocompromised, so she tries to stay indoors as much as possible. So Dad came over with me to help me with the wheelchair. We'll see if I phone him up. If he's only got to come out and have a look at the tyres, and then he can come out and give me the paperwork, and I shall cross his palm with silver. It won't be silver, it'll be a €10 note. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. It did fail its CT. It failed it on something which I'm in an R in whether it be. Now he sits through to the cords. Obviously we took the wheels off the front and put them on the back, and as I rolled it round I didn't catch sight of it through to the cords. But having said that, that was a couple of months ago, so it might have worn through a bit more. And I'm going to have to keep an eye on the tyre pressures, and if there is a bit of play, the bloke who comes out and fits the tyres does a 14-point check on the car as well. So whether he'll check the suspension as well, you know, the play in the bottom arms or anything, the control arms on the front of the car and on the back. I've pretty much got all the control arms for the front of the car, because this is exactly the same as the TD6, and I've got all the bits for that. I haven't got the rear ones. There's 2 either side of the rear. That's an expensive job, unless I change the bushes. Now I have got a 20-ton press, so I might be able to change the bushes. Otherwise the control arms are about €100 each, so you know, you're looking at €400 to do the back. But if it's going to save wearing out the tyres, I mean, this car is 2010, so it's 12 years old now, you know, although it's not done the miles, you know, and it's still a modern car, isn't it, basically. But that's it, it failed. No mention of the headlights though, so obviously did a good job with that one. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and watch out for some obviously the tyre fitting one, and there's another little video coming up which might be rather interesting, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Anyway, catch you in the next video. Bye for now.